Hello, I'm Benji. Today, we talk about speaking English with confidence. Many learners feel shy or scared to speak English. It is okay to feel that way. You are not alone. In this episode, I will share tips and stories to help you feel more confident. We will look at why speaking feels hard, how to break the fear, daily habits to practice, and personal experiences. We will also talk about common mistakes and how to accept them, and how to use English in real life. I promise to keep it simple and friendly. Let's get started.
Why speaking is hard. Speaking in English can feel difficult for many reasons. First, you have to talk fast when you speak. There is no time to think for a long time. One language teacher explains that speaking is hard because there is a time limit. This means when someone asks you a question, you must answer right away. You can't take long pauses like when you read, so your brain has to work quickly to find the right words and grammar. Second, fear and worry make speaking hard. Many students feel afraid to make mistakes or think that others are judging them. You might worry that people will laugh or think you are wrong. This makes your heart beat fast, and you may not want to open your mouth. It is normal to feel this way. Other learners are worried that they must be perfect. But remember, even good speakers make mistakes sometimes. Speaking is a new skill. If you can read or write English, speaking is still different. When you read, you see words and can go slow. But when you speak, you must use your mouth and voice, and it is live. You need to make new sounds and move your tongue and lips in a different way. Our brain even treats speaking differently from writing. Finally, you may not know all the words or grammar, so trying to speak with limited words is hard. Quick thinking. You must answer now, not later. Feeling nervous. It's common to fear mistakes or to worry what others think. New skills. Speaking uses your voice and mouth differently, not like reading. It can feel scary at first, but knowing why it is hard is the first step to getting better. Everyone starts there. Breaking the fear. First, know that fear is natural. Even teachers and experts say learners often worry about mistakes. You can feel safe to be honest with yourself. It's okay to be nervous. The good news is you can break the fear step by step. One idea is to change your mindset. Think, I am learning. Mistakes help me learn. This idea comes from research on growth mindset. Teachers say everyone can improve, and mistakes are useful in that process. If you tell yourself, I can get better, it helps you feel brave. Try to replace thoughts like, what if I look silly, with, I can try and learn from this. Another idea is practical. When you feel scared, take a deep breath and speak slowly. You can even say, please give me a moment to think, then answer. Many people do this in conversations. You might say, let me think. It is okay. You can use a pause to gather your thoughts. Tell yourself others are kind. Most people want you to succeed. If you speak to a friendly teacher or friend, they will listen and help, not laugh. Think of someone you trust, a friend, parent, or even a pet, and imagine they are listening. This can make you feel less scared. One expert suggests not worrying about mistakes at first. For example, Dan from Britspeak says, don't worry about grammar or mistakes. Just focus on speaking. I like this idea. Try speaking without worrying if a sentence is perfect. It might come out a bit wrong, and that's fine. You will fix it next time. Personal story. When I was a child, I was very shy about speaking English. I often repeated in my mind, I am learning.
After I made a mistake once and my teacher smiled and told me the right word, I felt better. I learned it's okay. Over time, I told myself things like, "You can do this," and took small steps to speak. Breaking fear takes time. Every small success will help. With practice and the right mindset, the fear will become smaller. Small, daily speaking habits. A simple way to become confident is to speak a little every day. Even 5 to 10 minutes of practice daily can make a big difference. The key is to make a habit. You could pick a time each day, like after breakfast or before bed, just to speak English. Here are some easy daily habits. Talk to yourself. Mirror or phone. Spend a few minutes each day saying sentences out loud. You can practice talking about your day, what you did, or what you plan to do. This is like having a private talk with yourself. It can feel funny at first, but it works. One tip is to keep an audio diary. Record your voice for a couple of minutes about your day. For example, say, "Today I went to the park," and record it on your phone. Don't worry about mistakes when you do this. It's just for you. Take a simple English book or a short article and read it out loud. Reading out loud is a great way to practice sounds and flow. Pick something easy so you are comfortable. As you read, focus on clear sound. It helps train your mouth to speak English words. You could start with just one paragraph or a short story. Each day, try to read a little more. A speaking coach notes that reading aloud is an awesome way to practice pronunciation. Shadowing. Listen to a short audio or video in English, then repeat or shadow what you hear. For example, play a 1-minute clip of someone speaking slowly, pause after each sentence, and try to say the same sentence. This helps your pronunciation and rhythm. It's okay if you can only repeat 1 or 2 words at first. Keep trying. This technique, called shadowing, can make you feel like you are really speaking with someone. Use labels at home. Label objects in your house with English words. For example, refrigerator on the fridge, chair on a chair. Then say the word out loud whenever you see the label. This is a silent but powerful habit. If you have a friend or classmate who also learns English, agree to talk a little English together each day. You could send each other voice notes or just say hello in English each morning. Even a short, simple practice helps. Even short daily practice builds confidence and makes speaking more natural. As Dan says, regular practice reduces fear and hesitation when speaking. Try to make 1 or 2 of these habits part of your routine. Small steps every day will lead to big improvement. Benji's personal experiences. I want to tell you some of my own stories. I learned English over many years. I was once very nervous to speak. In school, I remember sitting quietly when the teacher asked a question. I was too afraid to answer because I thought I might say it wrong. When I was about 10, I had a big test that included speaking. I stumbled on a word and felt embarrassed. But after class, the teacher talked with me kindly. She told me mistakes are normal and helped me correct the answer. I felt much better after that. This made me realize teachers and friends are usually kind. They want to help you, not punish you for mistakes. Another time, I practiced speaking in small steps. At home, I wrote a short diary. One night, I said into my phone, "Today I walked to the park." The first time, it felt strange, but then I improved. A month later, I could tell a whole short story about my day. Hearing myself helped me see progress. In college, I had a foreign friend who only knew a little English. We became good friends. We had long walks and tried to talk only in English. At first, we could just say hello and ask, "How are you?" But little by little, we learned more phrases. My friend always encouraged me by saying, "Good job," even when I mixed up words. That support made me more brave. When I moved to an English-speaking city to work, I had to speak English every day. I worked in a coffee shop. My job was to say, "Hello, may I help you?" to customers. At first, I got nervous when a new customer came. I once gave someone the wrong order and felt bad. But I apologized, took a breath, and tried again. I learned from that mistake. After a few weeks, I started to remember orders better and could speak more clearly. Through these experiences, I learned one big thing. Each mistake helped me get better. In fact, I read an article that said each mistake is a stepping stone on the path to learning. I keep that in mind. Every time you make a mistake, tell yourself it's okay and try again. Soon, those small errors become fewer and far between. My journey shows it is possible. I was shy too, but with time, practice, and small successes, I learned to speak English with more ease. You can do it too. Common mistakes and how to accept them. Everyone makes mistakes when learning a language. A mistake is just a part of learning. Here are some common speaking mistakes and how to handle them. Word order or grammar mistakes. Maybe you say, "He go to school," instead of "he goes to school." Or you forget "is" and say, "she happy." This is very common at the start. When this happens, people usually understand from context. If someone corrects you, just say it again the right way and move on. For example, "he goes to school." Over time and practice, you will use the right form. Missing small words. You might forget articles like a, an, the. Saying, "I have dog," instead of "I have a dog." It's okay. Native speakers can figure out what you mean. You will learn to use them as you listen more. If a teacher or friend reminds you gently, just try the next time. Each reminder helps you remember. Pronunciation errors. Maybe you pronounce a word a bit wrong. For example, saying piss instead of peas. Native listeners usually guess the word from the sentence. If someone doesn't understand, they might say, "Excuse me, could you repeat?" Then you try again. Each time you speak, your mouth learns new sounds. Sometimes you know a word, but can't remember it. You might pause or say, that's fine. You can describe it instead. That tooth tool for toothbrush, or use a similar word. Every time it happens, you learn a little more vocabulary. When you do make a mistake, try not to be hard on yourself. Remember what I said about stepping stones. Every time it happens, you learn a little more vocabulary. When you do make a mistake, try not to be hard on yourself. Remember what I said about stepping stones. Each mistake helps you learn. If you do make an error, smile and say, "Oh, I'll try again." You can even correct yourself out loud. "Sorry, I mean she is happy." This shows you are learning and not scared. Also, know that even advanced speakers slip up sometimes. Native speakers mix up or repeat words too. I once saw a famous actor forget a line on live TV, and he just laughed and kept going. Everyone understood, and it was okay. You should give yourself the same kindness. Experts encourage learners by saying mistakes are part of growth. Again, believing mistakes are necessary for growth will make you more likely to speak up. So next time you slip, say to yourself, "Great! now I've learned something. By accepting mistakes as normal, your fear will fade. People will focus on what you are saying, not on a small error. Trust that each time you get a little better. Speaking in real life. Now let's talk about real-life situations where you can practice speaking English. These are simple daily places where you can try using English phrases. At a store or restaurant, you can say, "Hello, how much is this?" or "I would like a coffee, please." The cashier or waiter will usually understand even if you are not perfect. Starting with a greeting like "Hi" or "Good morning" is a great step. They might speak more slowly to help you. Talking on the phone. Make a short call to a friend or teacher. Say, "Hello, how are you?" or "Can we meet today?" Phone speaking is different because you only have words, no body language, but it's good practice. If you feel shy, remember friends are rooting for you. With classmates or coworkers, if someone around you speaks English, try saying a little. Ask a question about class or work, like, "What are we doing next?" If you are at a school or office, even asking, "May I ask a question?" in English is a step. People usually help you and speak slowly or repeat. In social settings, at a cafe or park, say, "Nice day, isn't it?" or "Hello, my name is Benji." Making small talk helps. Remember, chatting with one person is much easier than speaking to a big crowd. For example, one study notes, chatting with a friend alone is not the same as giving a presentation to the whole class, so it's fine to start small. Using technology. Online, you can talk to people too. Try a language app where you speak with a tutor or buddy. Or call a family member in English. Even talking to your smart assistant, like Siri, in English counts. Everyday English moments. Use English for simple things. Turn your phone's language to English. Think in English, like counting or naming items around you, or sing an English song. All these count as speaking practice in life. Each time you use English in daily life, no matter how small, you gain confidence. Even if you only say "thank you" or "help," that is speaking. Every real conversation helps more than practicing alone. Growing step by step. Building confidence happens slowly, step by step. Don't expect to be perfect overnight. Think of it like climbing a ladder, one rung at a time. Here's how to grow your skills one step at a time. Set small goals. Instead of "I will be fluent next month," try "I will learn 5 new words each week," or "I will say 1 sentence in English every day." A goal like "Today I will ask 1 question in English" is doable and builds confidence. When you meet each small goal, you feel good and ready for a bit more. Start with short phrases. When you begin speaking to someone, it's okay to use simple sentences. For example, "I like this song," or "It's cold today." It does not have to be a long story. As weeks go by, you can try adding 1 more sentence or using a new structure you've learned. Add 1 new thing at a time. Focus on 1 area at a time. 1 week, concentrate on greetings and polite phrases. "Hello," "Please," "Thank you." Next week, maybe focus on describing things, colors, sizes, feelings. Slowly, your toolbox of language grows. Celebrate each success. Whenever you speak English without fear or use a new word correctly, give yourself a pat on the back. Maybe mark it on a calendar or tell a friend. This positive feeling will make you want to keep going. Remember what experts say. Everyone can improve their skills. Trust that statement. If you climb 1 small step each day, your confidence will grow naturally. Over time, you will surprise yourself by how many steps you have taken. Staying motivated. It can be hard to keep going, but there are ways to stay motivated. Remind yourself of your why. Think why you want to speak English. Maybe it's to talk to friends, travel, or get a better job. Keep that reason in mind. Every time you practice, you are moving closer to that goal. Make it fun. Use English in ways you enjoy. Watch a favorite show or listen to songs and sing along. Play word games or apps. Join an English club or find a hobby group that speaks English. When learning is fun, you won't even feel like it's work. See your progress. Occasionally, test yourself. It could be a quick online quiz or a chat with a teacher. The IDP Guide suggests that measuring your progress can boost your motivation. For example, try a short English test or use an app that shows your level over time. Seeing improvement, even small, can make you feel proud and eager to continue. Keep a speaking diary. At the end of each week, think about what you learned. Write it in simple English, even a few words, or record your voice. When you look back after a month, you will see how far you have come. Find encouragement. Follow simple English learners on social media, read about their journeys, or listen to motivational English podcasts at a slow speed. Hearing others talk about how they learned can remind you that everyone learns step by step. Reward yourself. When you hit a milestone, like speaking confidently for 1 minute or ordering food by yourself, do something nice. Maybe have your favorite snack or share with friends. Recognizing your success keeps you happy and motivated. Remember that progress is not always fast. Some days you will feel great, and other days you might feel like you forget everything. That's normal. On those tough days, just do a little more practice or take a break, then start again. Persistence is your best friend. Keep at it, and soon, talking English will feel easier and more natural. Final encouragement. I want to end with a big encouragement. You can do this. Speaking English with confidence is a journey, and every step you take helps. No matter where you are now, every small effort counts. Think of all you have tried so far. You've listened to this podcast, for example, and that alone shows your commitment. Each day you practice, you are building your confidence bit by bit. Maybe you barely say a word now, but in a few weeks or months, you'll be amazed at how much more you can say. If I can share one final thought from my experience, don't give up. Every confident speaker was once a beginner who made mistakes and felt nervous. Yet they kept trying. You will too. Keep using the habits we talked about. Speak a little every day, accept mistakes as lessons, and gradually tackle bigger speaking tasks. Remember the ideas from our references. We learn by using the language. Keep using it. Mistakes are not a problem. They are steps toward mastery. Regular practice will gradually reduce your fear. Imagine your future self speaking easily with friends and maybe laughing about how shy you were at first. I believe in you. You have taken a big step by listening and learning. Now, step by step, try out these tips. Even if today you only say one sentence in English, it's a win. Tomorrow you might say 2. Keep climbing that ladder, and soon you will reach the top. Thank you for listening. You are doing great, and with each day, you will become more confident. Go on and speak out. The world is ready to listen. Sources: expert advice and studies, as cited above, show that daily practice, Positive mindset and embracing mistakes are keys to becoming a confident English speaker. Keep these ideas in mind as you speak, and you will improve. Good luck!